I'm a Star Trek fan, and I just saw Star Trek Into Darkness. Now it's time to review it. So in the words of a great man, shall we begin? Star Trek Into Darkness. So Star Trek Into Darkness is the sequel to the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movie, and Benedict Cumberbatch is blowing up shit in London because he's kind of pissed off, and now Jim Kirk and the crew of the Enterprise are like, no, you mess with the Federation, you mess with us, we'll stop them. More or less, so now we have our movie. Now I was looking forward to this movie because the trailers are awesome. I'm a big fan of Benedict Cumberbatch, I'm a big fan of the 2009 Star Trek movie, and Star Trek in general, so I mean, there's no reason for me not to look forward to this movie. Now I had certain fears going into this movie that I addressed in my review of the 2009 Star Trek movie. I didn't want to see a rehash of Kirk and Spock bickering. That is in this movie, but it's not a rehash. Now it feels like, dude, I'm your captain, you're my first officer, you're supposed to have my back, but Spock's like, I don't lie though, and sometimes you break the rules, and I have to address that. It does feel like the natural progression of things, and I love that. The first 20 minutes or so of this movie starts out, and you're like, I don't know if I'm gonna like where they're going with this, but it turns out being alright. You're like, oh, okay, cool, we're on our space adventure. And I did like that in this movie. The trailer makes it look like you have Cumberbatch, and then you have Kirk and the crew of the Enterprise, and they fight, and that's that. This movie has cool shit, but it has layers. The trailer oversimplifies the movie. To give you an example, and I know at this point, Dark Knight comparisons are really overused, and I get that, and I don't want to do it, but it's the best comparison I can give. It's like when you go into the Dark Knight, you're like, all right, good guys and bad guys are gonna fight, and I think I know what to expect. Then you see Jim Gordon and Harvey Dent, and they're talking about the mob, and they're like, the mob's still getting its money out. We need to do something about this. It has layers to it. It's not just kind of black and white. There are a lot of shades of gray. Almost makes it feel real. That's awesome. And yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch, awesome in this movie. The dude is kick-ass, he's smart, he's efficient. When he's on screen, you're like, are there other people in this scene? I don't know, he could be talking to the wall, and I wouldn't give a shit. The dude kills it, he steals all of his scenes, I wanted to see what he would bring to Star Trek, and he didn't disappoint me, he was awesome. And this movie actually did have fan service. One of the complaints about the 2009 Star Trek was that some fans felt alienated. J.J. Abrams was like, well, I want to make a Star Trek movie, but I don't want to necessarily make it a big fan service movie. I want to make a good movie, and he succeeded in that, and I loved it. Star Trek Into Darkness, he still holds to what he wanted to accomplish in his first Star Trek movie, but there is more fan service in this movie. I really dug that. It's like he listened to the fans. He was like, all right, I'll still do what I want to do, but I will give you fan service. Spoiler alert, this chick is hot. Her role in the movie doesn't require much of anything. They just needed a hot chick to be in the movie, and she certainly did it. They could have gotten worse actresses to be the hot chick in the movie, so she was fine. But you don't walk away from the movie going, oh yeah, that chick. You walk away going, yeah, Cumberbatch. In the end, Star Trek Into Darkness was exciting. It was cool. Cumberbatch really brings a lot of really good shit to the movie. I thought this movie had great character moments. There is a scene in this movie where I was like, I'm tearing up. And in every awesome-tacular movie, there is a moment in the movie where I mentally go, this movie's really gonna have to screw up at this point to not get an awesome-tacular. That was that moment. Star Trek Into Darkness is awesome-tacular. First awesome-tacular of 2013, I believe. All I know is the movie's completely kick-ass. Star Trek fan of the 2009 Star Trek movie. Movie fan in general who just wants to watch something cool, just watch it. All right, so Star Trek Into Darkness, have you seen it? What did you think about it? And what do you like more, the 2009 Star Trek movie or this Star Trek movie? I personally am like, it's like Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. They're different enough where I can be like, I don't have to choose. But personally, I like the original better. I love seeing things start. Whatever you think, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.